Ben's
Love
dream
a clean
deployment.
plate. Yeah, exactly. We're joined now by food historian Dr. Neil Buttery. Morning to you.
Good morning.
Why is it so important that a balti is protected in this way?
Well, it's highly culturally significant, really. It's one of the few foods you can pinpoint to being created at a particular time, because looking into food history, it's a murky world sometimes, trying to find an origin. And it's important from the point of view of the sort of post-war influx of immigrants that we got to help us out when the country was on its knees, and it's a real celebration of Anglo-Indian relations. And I think that's why it's part of, why it's important on the world stage, not just from the point of view of British cuisine.
And so UNESCO, this part of the United Nations, they're looking at the cultural significance. It's not necessarily about business or stopping other people making it or selling it. It's just about promoting what's special.
Exactly, yes. So it doesn't have to be made in Birmingham, but it's been recognised that this is the cultural epicentre, really, of this really important food.
So what does it mean, then, if somebody goes to Birmingham, goes somewhere and has a lovely balti, what does it mean for what they're actually eating? What is it about what they're eating that's so unusual or like, specific?
Well, it's named after the dish that it's cooked in, actually, the balti dish. So that's the important thing, that it's cooked and then served in the dish that it's cooked in, not being made in the kitchen and just popped into a little sizzling thing and sent out to you. It's got to be all cooked and served in a single balti dish.
And is it always cooked in that way?
No. And this is why this whole thing's happening.
So if it says balti, you should know what you're getting.
Yeah, exactly. It's just it's a mark of respect, but it's a mark of quality as well.
Right.
You can see, obviously, from the various foods we have on the giant screens behind us, we do have a curry, a Cornish pasty, a Bakewell tart, a cream tea.
It's not fair, this, is it? It's not...
All the really healthy stuff.
Yeah.
What other foods might be eligible for protection, do you think? What other things should we be trying to protect?
Well, I think a cream tea is pretty culturally significant. And, of course, you can have it with a coffee. It doesn't have to be a particular jam. Well, it does have to be clotted cream. I'd be kicking off if it just got some squirted cream on there. But I think that's quite culturally significant. And that's the important thing. It can be a behaviour around food, not just an actual dish. So I think the idea of tea time, because it's so British, and the cream tea's the pinnacle of that.
Right, you've opened the door to a question which is going to get
you're not
people
going to ask
I'm going to ask the question.
Oh, don't.
OK.
And as a West Country resident, I feel I have every right to.
OK, I know what's coming.
As a food historian,
yes.
Jam first or cream first?
Right, well, I've done some research into this.
Of course.
I made my own clotted cream from scratch, and it's very thin and gloopy. And it only makes sense if you put that on top of the jam, otherwise, hot mess. If you're buying clotted cream, which is super duper thick, if you put that on top of the jam, hot mess.
Oh.
So it depends how you're getting your cream.
That's the most diplomatic answer I've ever heard, and I think you've just avoided
answering
civil
it at
war
all.
in the
Everyone's
Southwest.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Devon and Cornwall at odds over that one.
I don't think you should ever even ask the question. But I believe that actually one of the things you were most disappointed about hearing when you did all your research was Yorkshire puddings.
Yeah, I'm a proud Yorkshireman. And this is the thing when you start looking into food history.
This is controversial as well. We might also annoy people in Yorkshire now.
Yeah, okay.
Apologies in advance.
I'm from Yorkshire, so it's OK. I'm allowed to say this. They're not
Which
from
part of Yorkshire?
Leeds. They're not from Yorkshire. There's nothing Yorkshire really about a Yorkshire pudding. They've been made for absolute centuries. They used to be called a batter pudding. It's just a pancake batter put under the roast. That's all it is. It's a pancake that's roasted rather than fried. It suddenly becomes called Yorkshire pudding in the mid-18th century.
And I love the reason why.
Because, well, this is what I think, this is what my research suggests, it's just that people from Yorkshire really, really loved it. So it became associated. Same with custard, crème anglaise, English cream. Everybody was eating custard all throughout Europe. The English just really loved it, so it got tagged on.
And we've come a long way since balti, haven't we, in this conversation?
Yes.
But I suppose what this proves is that maybe more than ever, the cultural significance of food really matters to us.
Well, we all eat every day, at least 3 times a day. I eat more than 3 times a day.
3 times an hour here.
Yes. So, everybody eats, so it is really important. You might not think about it all the time because it's so ubiquitous and common and everyday, but it is, when you sit and think about it, it's highly significant.
I can see lots of people maybe getting in touch with us this morning with a list of things that suggesting should be protected.
Yeah, absolutely.
From various regions
And Neil,
across
I love
Britain.
the fact that your surname is Buttery.
Yes.
For a food historian, that's nominative determinism.
Yes.
That's fantastic. Yeah. How did you become a food historian?
Purely by accident.
Oh.
Yes, I just got interested in cooking regional, traditional foods as a hobby, and I got completely obsessed.
Absolutely fascinating. Well, look, thank you so much for coming in.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you,
I'm
Neil.
sure people at home will have lots of views on everything you've had to say.
Oh, they will.
It's just coming up to 8 o'clock. That means it's